I can't look inside. I should ask Kyoko about the group photo. After all, she's in it too. Don't let me interrupt your investment, but I want to talk about something. What is it? It's about that announcement Kumiko made earlier. You mean the one about a hint or something? I didn't take him up on the offer. No, why not?
Because...
The only reason he'd give us a hint is at this point would be to confuse us, to cloud our judgment. I can solve this mystery on my own without whatever hints he may have to offer. That's a good point. We should go back and do the same thing, but what's done is done, I guess. Standing here looking at her, I don't think she's hiding anything from me. Is she right? Did the mastermind forge that picture as a trap to confuse us? That's gotta be it. There's no other explanation. I should have... all this again.
Because...
Anything else I need to check on? You know, I think I've seen a time like someone before. Yep. Ah, it's the same as when I found the garden toolkit. If I remember the top, there's a stamp on it that said Biolab. And that's the tab that was used to end camouflage from murder in the garden. At some point, someone got it from the Biolab and took it over there. Tab has been updated in True Bull section handbook. Did you find something while I was doing that? I should...
Because...
That's the same thing. Yes, is there anything else? On the left side, frame of button is on. These ones aren't.
It would seem
the blue lights come on when a slot is occupied. So when someone's in there, the blue light comes on. Looking around, the number of lights are on, including Kuro's, that's 9 in all. 9? 9 lights? Okay, Makoto, I'm done. Alright? Geez, that was fast.
Indeed.
Anyone can do good work if they go slow. In that spirit, I'll make my report brief. So what did you find?
Indeed.
So did you find anything? I paid careful attention to the wound and the trace of blood. It seems highly likely that the stomach wound and blow to the back of the head were inflicted after that. Ready? The burned tissue made things a little difficult, but I'm completely confident in my findings. So that means none of those were the fatal injury, right? Then what was the fatal injury? Due to the explosion, the victim's identities aren't known. They were however dead before the blast. The victim had been stabbed a single time with a knife that went completely through the body. They had also been struck in the head with an object about as big as a metal pipe. The body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old. The only other option is those other wounds, but the father said they were old. Well, the corpse could have been stored here.
Is that
Where does
right?
it say they're old? Huh?
Because...
All the photographer says that they were inflicted at least several days ago. I guess I don't see the difference.
Wrong.
Well, the difference is immense considering the impression they gave.
Listen.
You seem to be equating several days old with simply old.
However...
But doesn't it quite follow logically? Old wounds, it makes it sound like they've been there forever, like they're not related to the murder. I was saying they are, but we all got the Monokuma file right after she was killed, right? So if the wound were at least a few days old, there's no way they could have anything to do with it.
So then...
But what if Makura herself wasn't killed within the last few days? What?
At the very
Certainly
least...
you can allow it as one of the many possibilities, can't you? One of many?
Right.
A detective doesn't have supernatural powers. There's no way to predict the answer from the beginning. Is that the ideal detective begins by imagining as many possible scenarios as they can.
In other words...
They envision these possibilities without prejudice, without bias, using only their logic and common sense. Then, as they investigate, they test what they find against each of these possibilities. Of course, me telling you this doesn't mean you'll be any good at detective work. But beyond using that to solve this particular mystery, you should keep it in mind for the future. Kyogo's account.
Hey.
So if there's anything you'd like to know about the condition of his body, now's the time. Come to think of it, there's one thing. Earlier when I was looking at Makoto's profile, it is to her height and weight.
So...
5 foot 7 inches, 97 pounds, miles were 31, 22, 32. Did you get all that right? You remembered all that. But all indeed consistent with the corpse. So then...
Indeed.
And don't forget about the Fenrir tattoo. There's absolutely no mistake.
Indeed.
Our victim in this case is, without a doubt, Mukuro Ikusawa.
And?
Is that all you want to ask? Yeah, I think so.
So then...
it looks like we have no further business with Makuro's body. Let's get going, it's kind of chilly in here. Wait, then, are we not going to put the body back? Don't you think it's kind of sad leaving it on like this?
Why?
Sad? Did you forget? She was our enemy once. a part of the ultimate despair. But she still got killed. She's still a victim.
Hey.
Have you ever heard the phrase, you reap what you sow? Well, yeah, but still.
Whew.
You really are naive, you know that? It's really quite appealing. But you could abandon me, but you decided to help me instead. So for someone like that, what does it mean to be naive?
So then...
I think we're done all we can do here. Back to our separate investigations, yes? Hold on. Still one more thing to do. Something I need to talk to Kyoko about. I need to ask her about the pocketbook we found in that locker. If I don't do it now... Hey Kyoko, I did have one last thing. I know I shouldn't, but I feel like I have to ask.
What?
Go ahead then, I'm with it. Have you really not seen your dad ever once since you got here?
What?
What?
So...
What do you mean? Well, you know all these locker rooms on the second floor with doors.
Indeed.
I do, yes. But to get into any of these lockers, you'd need a handbook of where the lock belongs to. Actually, I managed to get them open using that emergency handbook.
I see.
One you found in the headmaster's hidden room.
And?
So, did you find anything worthwhile in these lockers? I found a pocketbook, and after looking through it, I think it must be your pocketbook.
Why is that?
What makes you say that?
Because...
Like I said, only the locker's owner should be able to get into it, right? I can't imagine those lockers belong to any of us. After all, we only got access to that area just recently. What I'm saying is there's no way I could have had access to any of those lockers. And if I did have a pocketbook, why would I bother putting it in a locker? Everything you just said makes perfect sense. But there was something written inside. It was about the headmaster, about your father.
What? If that's
Could that
true...
mean that video is real too? Video?
Makoto.
Makoto, I think everything is finally starting to fit together to a real cohesive picture. Although I'm afraid the picture might be worse than anything we could have imagined. What are you talking about? I need to go investigate those lockers right now. I need to confirm what you just said with my own two eyes. But let me give you a headmaster's handbook. That way you can...
So...
That won't be necessary. If I'm right about this, I shouldn't have any problems opening the locker with my own handbook. After all, it would seem that it's my locker. Your locker?
Makoto.
If you watch this, it'll make sense. A DVD. And it says Class 78, Urgent Interviews.
So...
I found it in that hidden room after you left.
Anyway...
I don't have time to explain exactly why I think it means, so you just watch it and see for yourself. I think you realize exactly what it means. You understand why you found my pocketbook in a place none of us have ever seen before. None of this makes perfect sense right now. I guess what makes there something clue this indeed.
Makoto.
Oh, now it's my turn. Do you have any second to listen to me ramble?
In other
So
words...
as it turns out, the arrangements I made didn't stick. What I mean is, I'm less and less sure of everything, even my own feelings. You're talking about your dad, right? I can never find the answer to the questions I wanted to ask for the rest of my life, and all because of the mastermind.
However...
But there's one thing I am sure of. When it comes to the mastermind, there's no room in my heart for forgiveness. I swore to destroy the mastermind. This is just one more reason to follow through on that. Kyoko's eyes burned with that fire of determination. The determination to defeat the mastermind. It's strange to be confronted with his death and suddenly feel this way. I couldn't care less if my father had found happiness.
Why?
So why is it? Why does it bother me so much to know how he suffered? It's ridiculous. There's just no understanding it, I guess. See, there was more laugh as he said it, but a smile was filled with sorrow.
Whew.
So that's it for my rambling. Well, you may not have liked him, but, you know, he was still human, and there's no indication that he really deserved any of this. There's not much to do before I consider my task complete. Yeah, you're right.
Hey.
But keep this in mind. There's only ever one absolute truth. Whatever the truth serves justice or suffering, whether it's the greatest truth or the worst. What do you mean?
Makoto.
Even if the truth you uncover is filled with hopelessness, you still can't give up hope. Absolutely not, because all I can do is keep moving forward. That's pretty much all I'm good at, you know. Indeed. Sorry if that was strange.
So then...
Anyway, I need to get going. I'll see you in the class tile. We've had that final farewell, Kyoko's gone. But I can go myself. Got that DVD from Kyoko. Should head to the AV room to check it out. Kyoko says something about hopeless truth. No matter what happens, I won't lose hope. Even if it's the worst truth in the world, I can't afford to lose. Huh. A clue has popped up in the kitchen. So this is where you've been hiding. This was someone to talk to. Makoto! Sorry, can I go? What? She ran off so fast I didn't even have time to ask her to stop. Ina, why? Why won't you talk to me? Yep, his plan to ruin everything is to divide us. This should be able to play DVDs just fine. Well then, I better take a look. I took the DVD Kyoko gave me and put it in the player. I said that it was playing, but nothing appeared on the screen. I stared into the black of the monitor. It must have only been a few seconds, but to me it felt like an eternity. And then all of a sudden, an image appeared. Sayaka? Took me by total surprise. I hadn't seen Sayaka in who knows how long, and there she was.
Okay then. Are you ready to begin?
The voice I heard was of a man positioned on one side of the screen. It was the voice of a middle-aged man.
I do apologize, but I hope you don't mind if I record our conversation. I'm a little slow, you know. I never really got the hang of taking notes while having a conversation.
It sounded like he was trying to make a joke, but Sayaka's tense face didn't move a single
So
millimeter.
this video is meant to serve as a kind of contract substitute. It's not that I don't trust you guys. It's more like insurance. So please don't worry too much. Now then, let me get straight to the point. There is a chance that you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
You want me to accept that? Sayaka was obviously at a total loss. In total sense, who would agree to spending the rest of your life in the school? Accept. What?
Thank you. And I'm sorry about all this. Well, I can promise you that I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, I give you my word.
As if on cue, that's where the video cut out. There was a lot I hadn't understood up to now. Only this, I simply couldn't comprehend what I'd heard. Because I know how much Sayaka wants to get out of here. I know how much she wants to escape and pursue her dreams with her friends again. She wanted that so bad, she tried to frame me for murder. So why? Why would she say yes to living here for the rest of her life? Because of circumstances. Circumstances she forgot because they were deleted. As I had to think about it, I noticed a sudden light. A months of the video that I thought was finished flashed back on screen. I started back to the screen. And if I was confused before, what I saw next pushed me right over the edge. Yep. Huh? What I saw was me. Impossibly,
So,
undeniably me.
Makoto, before we begin, I should let you know that I'll be recording our conversation.
Yes.
Me and the headmaster were looking at each other. He and I were having what seemed like a fairly normal conversation. But the here now, had absolutely no memory of him. Had no memory of even meeting the headmaster, much less sitting down to talk to him
Now,
like this.
shall we get straight to the point? Makoto, there's a chance you may have to spend the rest of your life here in the school. Can you accept that?
Yes.
This can't be real. I said
I'm
yes.
sorry I'm putting you through all this,
Well, I mean, we don't have much of a choice, do we?
but I promise that as long as you're in this school, I will do everything I can to protect you. As the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, that's the very least I can do for you.
Once again, the video cut out. From there, the video repeated the same scene again with the others. Byakuya. Toko. Hina. Everyone. They all said that they agreed to live in this school forever. And then... Kyoko. The interviews with him had been recorded just as clearly. Without doubt, she had met him. She sat down with the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy, her father, and when he asked her his question, she answered the same as everyone else. She accepted her life within the school. Just as Kyoko's interview was wrapping up. The monitor suddenly went black. Huh? Wasn't just a monitor, the DVD player itself had apparently turned off. Which got remember the DVD wasn't playing anymore. What the heck just happened?
Say what?
Oopsie, looked like it broke, out of service. What? It just happened to break just now?
Too bad.
Now then, when doesn't matter. Failure can strike anywhere, anytime. That's what failure is, right? Failure my ass, you cut the power on purpose. Well, whatever. Even if I watched the whole thing, it'd just be more of the same. You'd ask them the question, they'd all say yes. I felt myself. I had a huge exasperated sigh, but as I did, I remembered something.
That's right.
I fainted too, and when I woke up, I noticed a strange feeling of separation within myself, a disconnect.
It would
Think back on it
seem...
now, at that point my memory was gone. At that time, I'd forgotten. I couldn't remember why I'd come to this school, and I couldn't remember what my ultimate ability was. But what would make you forget all that?
Hey.
Strange, isn't it? It sounds so mad and happened by chance. It seems much too convenient. A convenient outcome. Something that seemed to obviously work in favor of the mastermind. So does it mean I've lost my memory too? What about the others? Have we all forgotten? Or... Yep. You're getting close to the truth. And there we have it. Well, it's live right outside the door anyway, so, yeah.
For anything that has a start, there has to be an end.
And this will be yours, you furball.
If the end comes, then that means it's time for a fresh start.
You just love the sound of your own voice, don't you?
There is no night that doesn't have a dawn.
A bloody blah.
Oh, that dawn is totally pitch black. There is no storm that won't eventually end. Of course, then that leads to drought.
Do you have a point?
But as I said, every end is the promise of a new beginning. which is why I'm sure we'll get to meet again, because the end is only the beginning.
Well, the game does have a sequel of 5 or something like
Anyway,
that.
let's get started. The beginning of the end of the class trial. Everyone gather once again at you know where.
Yeah, this is not going to end the way you imagine. It's about to begin again. The class trial is going to start. The final class trial. The last time all our lives will be on the line. The last time hope and despair on the line. I don't have a choice. I have to do this. Okay then? This is the end. But I have no idea which one of the dead students it is. I'm sure it must be one of the ones that have been executed because, well, there's plenty of room for smoke and mirrors to happen. So that's that. But for now, this has been our program. This has been Let's Play Danganronpa Blind. See you all around.